Hello, 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 hello! To all of my wonderful friends all across the world, a hearty hello from the spirit of ecstasy. I say hello, 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 hello. I hope you're hearing me all across the world in every spot on the globe. How is the transmission coming forth? As I send it out across the airwaves, like it was a radio broadcast or something. So glad for the internet so we don't have to put up with all that distortion. But I hope you're getting the wonderful message loud and clear, and that the volume is good, and I do my best to make the quality good and everything. But it's an exciting, wonderful day today. Oh, yes, the sun is out bright and everything's right. And I hope all is well with you today. I hope all is well with you. I hope you're not feeling blue. I hope you are radiant as the sun. And I hope you are have everything all won, because total victory we've won. Our radiance outshines the sun. Our consciousness is brighter, you see, than the sun can ever be. Oh, yes, and my little helper here knows that. He's always radiant and always ready to purr and jump and have fun, and we need to be like that too, because you see, he knows what life is about. You see, right now he's taking himself a nice little nap, so I don't want to wake him up. I'll just show his picture on here. But he's over there taking a nap right now, and so he knows what life is all about. He takes a nap, and then he gets up and jumps, and really excited and has a good time, and then he goes and takes another nap, and he just takes everything in stride, don't complain about anything. And so it's wonderful when we have that kind of energy. And I just want everyone to have that kind of energy. And I just want to send out my arms of love, of warm embrace to you all across the world. A warm embrace, just like you was a little kitten like this right here. Just give you a warm embrace and let you feel that warm joy and love and excitement and ecstasy today. And yes, I send out those great big hearts. See, that's a heart I'm making. Great big hearts of love, one after the other, so that they just go through space. And they just land on every country and every city and every farm and village throughout this world. And all you got to do is lift up your catcher's mitt and your arms and reach out and grab them and feel all of that wonderful joy and power and strength today. Oh, yes, I send out healing power, because I am the spirit of ecstasy and also the spirit of healing power. And what I mean by that is I spend every day, all day long, I spend it, my awareness, raise my awareness all day to receive healing power from our source energy, divine mind, infinite mind, God. I'm always reaching for more healing power and energy, and so I can become the spirit of healing and send out healing power across this world. And that's how we're going to really bring the world around to peace and prosperity, as when more of us raise our consciousness higher and higher and receive that real energy, A lot of people talking about energy on here and don't really understand what real energy is all about. But we receive the real energy, and we're able to heal people, and people are raised up out of sickness and disease. One of the most important things for those who have the real love and the real understanding to do is raise people up out of illness. And so I want to always be about doing that. And we need to realize today that we have it. we have the healing power. It was demonstrated on this earth, and we celebrated Christmas when the Christ child was born. This healing power has been demonstrated, and it's been demonstrated all down through the ages, even some before he came, and then all ever since. Every century has had thousands and thousands of people healed and raised up by the power of our source, divine mind, God. And so that healing power is with us, and we have it. We're just not exercising it. We're not raising our awareness to it. We're listening to people that say, "Oh, that's bygone days. Oh, that's a miracle," and you can't do miracles, as if it's not a natural phenomenon. We got to realize, though, that healing is a natural phenomenon, and raising people up out of sickness and disease is natural and should always be done in every century and every day and time. And so I'm so excited and enchanted and energetic about all these things. And I just want to always be extending that joy and that divine energy out to the YouTube audience. And so we need to work on becoming aware of what we have, not what we don't have. Unfortunately, you hear a lot of people always complain about what they feel like they don't have, and a lot of times, unfortunately, I guess it's because of these New Year and things like that they're coming out with all these things, trying to make predictions and every other kind of crazy, ignorant garbage. But they come out. You always got somebody that is instead of realizing what they really have, they become so jealous of other people that have a little more than they do, till they want to come up with a conspiracy that there's a group of people somewhere or a number of people somewhere that is forming together against them being able to have the prosperity which they desire, instead of realizing that we have the energy already, and that when we turn to it and realize what all we have, we can accomplish anything. We are powerful creators, and we can exercise our creativity and our real energy. That's what we do. There's no conspiracy that can stop you from prospering and being healed, because that healing power is present everywhere. And if you're healed of all your sicknesses and diseases, and then you're healed of that lack of energy, and you're healed of that lack of being able to turn to creativity, then you have all energy and creativity, and there's no conspiracy in the world, or no elite group in the world that can stop you from prospering. And so we need to turn to what we know we have, and a lot of the so-called elite, I don't know whether you're thinking that people that have $1 million is the elite, or they have to have $1 billion to be the elite, or they have to be a member of government to be the elite. They don't ever define what they really mean by the elite. And so, but whatever you think it is, there's members of that group of people, the over 1 million and over billionaires, that don't have near all of this energy and this power and this creative ability, which is available to each and every one of us. A lot of them are using it because that's how they became wealthy, by using that creative power and everything. But there's still a lot of energy that even they are not using. And so, as long as we're not using that energy that is available to us, why look over here and criticize somebody that's got a little bit more, like, the old preacher, I used to hear him on the radio, called Reverend Ike, he used to always say, if you criticize the rich, you'll never be one of them. Well, there's a certain amount of truth to that, because we don't need to waste time thinking about ways to criticize and be envious. We need to be thinking about ways that we can become a member of the wealthy group. That would be a lot more productive thing to do. And if we spend our time doing that, we'll come a lot nearer actually getting there ourselves than we will if we spend all this time thinking up something that there must be a conspiracy against us. The reason why I don't have $1 million, is because there's a conspiracy out there, or it's the government. government. The government is keeping me from becoming rich, you know. And I know the government does take out too many taxes, but that never stopped Bill Gates or Oprah Winfrey or any of the others from becoming billionaires and becoming wealthy. And you know, they worked despite that and used their creative power. And look at all that we have today because of Bill Gates and all of the. We probably wouldn't have all of the computer programs and everything to facilitate the internet and the YouTube and all near to the extent if it hadn't been for people like Bill Gates that just said, okay, I'm not going to worry about the elite and I'm not going to worry about the government and what they're doing. I'm just going to utilize my creativity and I'm going to invent and innovate and create things through my creative power that will put me in an upper class like that. And so we need to realize then that what we need to always realize, and I say go over this every day, you know, realize that you are immortal and you're coexistent. We all are coexistent with infinite substance, love, and infinite all-powerful mind. We are coexistent with all of this, you know, this type of stuff which we think that the elite may have or somebody may have in an upper crust group or something that causes them to have have an advantage over us. Actually, we're already coexistent with all of those advantages. We just need to raise our awareness to what we are coexistent with and realize that our creative power is just as great as anyone else. Our ability to receive energy and healing and all these wonderful thoughts is just as good as anyone else. And so the other important affirmation and realization is to know that every good, every understanding will begin to increase in us more and more and more as the days go by, as we exercise raising our awareness until we get to the point where we have so much creativity and energy and understanding that anything we desire to manifest, we can instantly begin to manifest it just right off, you know, and we can do the things we want to do. If we want to write a book, we can write a book. If we want to compose a song, we can just start in and it can just be done really fast. And whatever we need to do, paint paintings, you know, we can get to that place where that creative energy flows to that extent. And so why worry about what we don't have when we have such marvelous, wonderful, great things right there with us, right there within you, right there in your mind is marvelous miracles and abilities to perform what people would think is miracles. More and more and more. All thoughts of fear then, worry, anxiety, frustration, illness, or aging should be immediately dismissed. All thoughts of decrepitude or handicaps or anything else should be immediately dismissed. All thoughts that somebody is holding you down, dismiss that. It's not going to do you any good to go over it, even if somebody was holding you down. And so you need to go ahead and exercise what you have. Enough awareness and persuasion of the truth about the real and actual power of infinite mind renders powerless and harmless. Just think about that. You can render powerless and harmless all material and physical things and all plots and conspiracies and people plotting. If they were plotting against you, you could render that harmless, and any biochemical or physical or atomic or any other kind of danger becomes harmless up against our divine source mind, God, infinite mind. And against these creative thoughts, they're more powerful. And we need to recognize that we have the most powerful, you might call weapon, but it's really the most powerful tool and implement to be, to do, and to have that there ever could be. And we have that right there with us at all times. And so we can balance, negate, and neutralize or destroy any harmful effects that were sent out trying to harm us by the power of truth and being aware of real eternal substance. So, we need to double up on our connection with Source and understand our connection. And I'll talk to you about this some more tomorrow. Have a good evening.